NSC Fan TV, I'm here with Duncan after the 4-1 win against Colorado. Duncan,
yes,
you have opinions.
Kind of. First half, I thought, oh shit, we're going to lose this. We went back to our old selves of like dropping off and like leaving them loads of space. There's a weird thing with Godoy and Davis. Just, they both either went towards the ball or both dropped off. They weren't like coordinated with it.
You got this, bud. You go get it.
Yeah. It was weird.
Terrible.
It was weird. There was no communication there. So that's why they scored their first goal, which by the way was a beautiful goal. Colorado's goal was really nice. But that was because we left a massive gap, like between defensive midfield and our defence. There was this big gap there's this huge space the whole time. And I think Gary got up their arse at half time and said, you need to close down that space. And
then Godoy promptly got a yellow card for closing down that space.
Well, I don't think that was a yellow card. I think that was ridiculous. But that isn't closing down the space. That's just weirding it. That closing down space doesn't mean like taking somebody out of the game. Like,
stepping on a heel and running up his back.
Yeah, that was.
For as much as I love Godoy, I thought it was deserved.
I know you love Godoy. Anyway, so I just thought that we weren't closing down. We were sitting back, or there was just too many gaps in the first half, and I thought, oh God, we're going to go back to what we were like 6 weeks ago. And then in the second half, I think Gary really got on their arse and said, you can't fucking do this. You need to make the space more compact. And we totally did that. And then Schaffelberg got on the ball a lot more in the second half than he was in the first half. We weren't really picking him out, and I noticed there was like lots of conversations. Gary was shouting at Hanny to do something. I'm not sure what it was, but Hanny played so much better in the first half, or he got more space. Got so much space in the second half than he did in the first half, and that was what sealed it for us.
So how did you see Gary yelling at Hanny?
Well, because I sit quite close. To them, you say. So
someone has very good seats. Okay, so I'm not going to undercut you there.
Yeah.
So
they were deep in conversation. Yes,
they're like tiny ants to me. So I guess the last question here is,
even ants work as a team.
It's true. They in fact there's a whole colony thing around them. So here's my last question for you. You saw an improvement?
Oh God, yeah.
In the second half?
Yes.
But what in the first half? What was the fix? So was it just a midfield fix, or was there something else?
Oh, I think the fix in the second half was either what you do is you push the defence up, or tell the central midfielders to drop, rather than moving towards the ball. All you need to do is have as little a gap as you can possibly get away with between your defensive midfielders and defence. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, it's like if you're going to play sixes, have them effectively velcroed on. I agree.
Yes. And so I think in the second half we got that much better. And then I think the attacking midfielders are much more mobile in the second half than they felt as though they should have been in the first half. It was like we were like rabbit in the headlights in the first half. I felt like we were a bit all like shocked that like they could actually pass the ball to each other.
Right. I think that their 6-0 loss against Philadelphia had a hangover for them and for us.
For us. So we thought we could roll them over, and they were thinking we're not going to lose by 6 goals again. Turns out they lost by 3 goals, but still, Do you know what I mean? But I think that was the first half, and then I think Gary probably got up their arse and said, we can beat this team. They're not very good, and they're not very good, are they? Bless them. But
thank goodness.
Yes. And I think that in the second half was lovely. After about the first 7 or 8 minutes, anyway. I really thought we passed the ball well in the second half. I didn't like... There was a few things I didn't like. First of all, Sapong, he was really slow to the ball. And he wasn't like... When there was some shots that we had where Sapong just didn't run in, like against the shot.
No crashing that we would normally see from him.
And I would normally expect when the ball's going in as a shot, you run just in case the goalkeeper spills it.
Just in case, yeah.
And he was hanging back. He's just a bit too. He was like 5 yards behind the player. But it didn't matter because Mukhtar was amazing tonight. Leal I thought was brilliant tonight, and Schaffelberg I think is If Schaffelberg, I think Schaffelberg should go at the World Cup.
So here's my question: Did Randall Leal make a good case for him being included in the Costa Rican nationals?
I think he will be. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
All right. NSC Fan TV here with Duncan after the 4-1 win.
Cheers, mate. Nice to see you.
Bud.